What's up, y'all? This is Lance again, coming to you with another market topic. And this is something that I haven't ever really covered before, but it's very important in your journey to learning how to read charts. So it's a very important piece of that. Um, Make sure you subscribe, like, comment if you feel compelled. Please share. Hit that notification bell. I'm grateful for y'all um, supporting me, continuing to watch, and I really hope that you guys gain a little bit of insight from watching my videos. So uh, let's talk about the four market phases. So there are four main phases that chartists look for in terms of the overall picture for any given ticker, right? So phase one is accumulation, phase two is advancing, three is distribution, and then four is declining. And so in the accumulation phase, you have a lot of consolidation. So you get an extended period of consolidation. Um, the 200 period moving average is relatively flat in this case. And what you see here with Boeing is this is a we'll get to that in a minute though. But so you'll see a relatively flattening of the 200 period moving average or 200 day moving average in this case. Um, so this purple indicator is the 200 day moving average, and they're simple moving averages, FYI. And then this blue line is the 50 day moving average. So just pay attention to that purple moving average as I explain this to you guys. So the accumulation phase happens, after, like a not necessarily an extended decline, but a period of declining. I remember, in my HTOA workshop, we covered Boeing quite a bit, uh, simply because we kept an eye on, or we noticed a lot of accumulation or a lot of consolidation, basically, in Boeing on those long-term charts. So you make sure you go back and look at like a weekly chart of Boeing. So it was consolidating for years, at least 2 years. Boeing was just trading in this general range here. So we knew, at some point to be looking for Boeing to either break out or break down out of that range. So it's not, we knew it wasn't going to consolidate forever. But for the longest time, every time Boeing would hit, this lower trend line area, it would bounce upward. So big money would come in and buy it. So regardless of what news was happening, planes crashing, people dying, they kept buying Boeing toward that lower trend line. And then finally, when COVID happened, that's when Boeing really took a dive. But anyway, back to the four phases. So, like I said, that's accumulation. It's a lot of consolidation. It typically happens after a declining period, and I'll show you guys that on the chart in a second. Then after that is phase two, which is it's early, advancing. So when the price starts to advance, it's starting to break out of that accumulation phase. Um, and so typically what you'll see is the price will cross above the 200 period or 200 day moving average. I say period a lot because I use a lot of different time frames when I'm trading. But 200 day moving average. Um, and then this is when that uptrend forms again. So it comes out of that sideways trend and starts to form an uptrend. This is advancing. And like I said, the price is above the 200 period moving average, 200 day moving average. After the advancing phase comes the distribution phase. So it goes into another period of consolidation for a little while. You start to see that 200 period move or 200 day moving average flattening again. Um, and like I said, it's just a long period of consolidation. And the fourth phase is declining. So it sounds just like it is. the price dips, and then it typically dips below that 200 period moving average or 200-day moving average. Um, and then the phases, the cycle starts all over again. So showing you on this chart, Boeing chart, this is a daily chart. So right here we have the distribution phase. So I already told you guys it's typically a long period of consolidation. Um, and we know it's the distribution phase because, after that we have the declining phase. And then it went right after this declining phase, it went right into another period of consolidation. So basically, it started the phases all over again, or started the cycle all over again. So phase three, phase four, phase one, accumulation, and then now Boeing is currently in stage two or phase two, and in that advancing phase. So starting a upward trend, and we're back above, or it's back above that 200-day moving average. So listen, you can probably trade just off of, and people like to call it market structure, but it's just the four phases of the market. Just like you have the business cycle, in the technical analysis world, we have, the four market phases. So be sure that that's something that you study and learn to recognize, especially if you already read charts and don't necessarily know about the four phases of the markets. You can apply this to other time frames as well, and use that to your advantage short term. I certainly do, and I certainly love it. I love to see, on my intraday time frames, that price coming out of a range and catching it right as it breaks out or breaks down. It's a beautiful thing. But if you guys have any questions, any concerns, feel free to hit me up. Lance at bhcapitalenterprises.com. Find me on Facebook, BH Capital Enterprises. Find me on Instagram at BH Same thing on Twitter. Happy to, converse with you guys. I don't put on to know everything. So I'm always happy to learn as well and share what I've learned. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Not sure what the topic will be, but I hope you guys really gained something from this one. Thanks.